What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. I'm a firm believer in harsh, extreme punishments for harsh, extreme crimes. We've been talking about news that broke last week about Stephen Stearns getting sentenced to 21 life sentences for his egregious act against a child, Madeline Soto, out there in Kissimmee, Florida. Now, I said all I'm going to say about that, but I told you before, there are more people like him. A lot of times, it's much more worse. But these stories don't get out because they're not as high-profile crime as the Stephen Stearns case was, because just putting yourself in the position of a parent and going through that type of scenario, it made big headlines. This story right here broke yesterday, and it's all over the internet, and you guys have seen it. You see these people up here? The people that you see up here right now are all... They're all been indicted and charged with crimes against children. And what's crazy is the children are between age 15 and 3 years old. And what these people did to the children in this story is unimaginable for those of honest parental mindsets of doing. If that's not bad enough, this took place in Brent, Alabama. Shout out Brent. And the children that were involved, you'll be shocked at who they belong to. Look at the story. And every video I show you is worse than the last as the information came out. I don't know why these people get funneled through the court of law like they stole a pack of bubblegum, and they not even on that level as far as the degree of crime in which they committed. Take a look at this. I'd eviscerate them all right now.
And this is video from our ABC 3340 sky view over an underground bunker where the Bibb County Sheriff's Office says child abuse was taking place for months. This is in Brent along Aaron Drive. An ongoing investigation has led to 3 arrests after serious allegations involving children. Court records reveal only part of the story, and right now there are many questions. ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson breaks down what we know and what authorities aren't saying.
The investigation began in early February. Since then, authorities have made multiple arrests and filed several felony charges, yet key details surrounding the case are still unclear.
Keep the kids in safety.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says it opened an investigation on February 4th following a report related to child abuse involving an underground bunker near Brent. That investigation led to arrests of these 3 individuals. All 3 have been indicted on various felony charges, including rape, sodomy, human trafficking, and kidnapping. Court filings allege the incidents occurred between January 2024 and early 2025 and involved at least 5 children, all under the age of 12. The court documents indicate that William McElroy allegedly acknowledged having inappropriate conduct with a child. Dalton Terrell reportedly admitted to unlawful sexual activity during an interview with investigators. And Andres Trejos Velázquez is accused of distributing explicit images and facilitating contact between victims and others.
They need to be put away and stop all that violence going on with these little bitty kids. You'll never know what they might do to little kids these days.
While the charges are detailed in legal documents, many aspects of the case remain unknown. Some of the questions we'd like to ask investigators include, was anyone else involved? And how were the children identified or contacted? We reached out to the Bibb County Sheriff's Office in an effort to get an answer to those questions, yet we were told that Sheriff Jody Wade was out of the county and unavailable for interview. We will continue to ask questions. In Bibb County, Gracie Johnson, ABC 3340 News.
I've been in law enforcement for 33 years, and this is absolutely the most horrible thing I've ever seen when it comes to victimization of children.
The sheriff of Bibb County releasing new shocking details in a case that's best described as a child sex trafficking ring.
And WVTM 13's Lisa Crane, she's been following this story for us. She's live and local at the sheriff's office right now. So Lisa, what did you learn today?
Well, the most tragic news coming from that press conference today is that they have identified 10 victims, boys and girls, as old as 15 and as young as 3 years old. And they believe there are more of those victims out there. Now, we want to warn you, the details in this case are very disturbing. And some of the images we're going to show you may also be upsetting. But today, Sheriff Jody Wade actually released the picture of the inside of the bunker where they say the atrocities took place. For as long as 2 years this was going on. Authorities say the child victims were tied to that bed and that chair, as well as a pole in that bunker. Then people paid money to violate them. Now you can see the outside of the building. It was built as a storm shelter, but used as a den of horrors for these children. Take a look at the now 7 people who have been arrested in this case. It appears the first person you see there, Andres Trejo, was running the operation. He's charged with multiple counts of human trafficking. The other 6 people, Chase McElroy, Dalton Terrell, Timothy St. John, Rebecca Brewer, Ricky Terrell, and Sarah Terrell, are facing charges from rape, sodomy, sexual torture, to human trafficking, kidnapping, even bestiality. The sheriff today spoke with how the alleged perpetrators found the victims.
Unfortunately, animals like this, they do have their own network. They've got people that they can call. They've got ads they can take out, be it on any kind of social media platform or something like that. So it is somewhat of an underground thing, but it is well known. Not all the offenders were necessarily familiar with the people that they were purchasing the kids from.
Now, the sheriff says there are many victims of our children of the accused. The victims, many of them anyway, are children of the accused. Not only does the sheriff believe that there are more victims out there, but he also believes they're going to be making more arrests in this case. There may be more perpetrators as well. Coming up at 5, we're going to hear from the sheriff on why the Department of Homeland Security is also involved in this investigation. Live in Bibb County, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.
Shocking new details in the Bibb County sex abuse case.
It made me feel disgusted.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office releasing a picture on Wednesday. It's the first look inside the bunker where at least 10 children were sexually abused.
Sometimes the children would be there, tied to a pole that was there, bound to a bed that was there, or in a chair that was there. Sometimes there would be multiple people that would come by and victimize these children on a nightly basis.
Sheriff Jody Wade says the abuse started as early as 2022.
I would probably have to have therapy myself, or I might be wearing orange in Bibb County Jail.
That's where these 7 suspects are now, facing a range of charges from rape, sodomy, and bestiality to human trafficking and kidnapping.
I wish they would let them out and let Bibb County citizens take care of them.
This woman said she didn't want to show her face or give us her name out of fear. Wade says this operation could be gang-related, and the ringleader, Andres Trejo, may be the link.
I know a couple of the boys, and it surprises me. I can't believe that it was like just not far from where my sister lives, actually, and she has kids.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says some of the suspects are parents to some of the children involved. Mary Hicks has 14 grandchildren and says if that were her grandkids, she would be in jail by now.
That's wrong. I killed my own child with my grandchild. That's wrong.
Wade tells us the suspect's main source of income was sex trafficking, and the children were used to make up to $1,000 in one night.
I couldn't imagine doing that to my kid. If I need the money, I'm going to go out here and work. If you need the money that bad to do that to your kid.
Using drugs to sedate them, all while adults took advantage of them.
No child deserves this. That's the most horrible thing you can do, the power and control of it, the stealing the innocence of a child and the horrible victimizations they went through with these monsters.
That is unforgivable. Unforgivable. People were shocked at the Stephen Stearns crimes, but there are crimes like this happening every day that people don't hear about because these people don't get caught or it doesn't make mainstream media. I want you to look at these people up here. These fucking savages. You look at them. Look at them. 5 men, 2 women. Women. What's crazy is they said the children that they was trafficking was their own. Between the ages of 15 and 3, they would seduce these children, sedate them, not seduce them, and drug them, same thing. Strap them to beds and let random strangers come in there and violate them. these monsters. You got 7 adults and none of them with a lick of sense. What kind of woman don't protect their child? What kind of men don't protect their child? You offer them up like sacrifices to the devil. Let the demons come in and ravage them under being medicated and all of this type of stuff. A 3-year-old. And these people didn't even care that they were your children. I'm more than sure a lot of them knew. Now that you caught them, kill them. We don't need to know why and all of this other stuff that a parent would do this to their children. We don't need to know anything. We got you. You're fucking gone. These people right here going through the justice system, they'll probably get deals. They'll probably accept deals. Life in prison and this and that is still life after ruining the life of your children. I'm against anything dealing with the growth and development of a child. In the middle of the night, they're waking these kids up or drugging these kids and then taking them out there for strangers to have their way with them. You love money more than you love your own children. That is unforgivable. Did you see the one guy they showed earlier? Let me see if I can see his face up here. Not William Chase McElroy, the other guy, Dalton Terrell. He looked like he was high with the glasses sitting up there like this. Said the Spanish dude was the ringleader. He was setting it up and bringing people in there, and these people was down with it. Yeah, come in here and do this to my kid. Said they were making $1,000 a night. Ain't no $1,000 a night worth anything dealing with the harm and hurt of my child, both physically and psychologically. But these people right here, they probably drug addicts, thought it was okay. I wonder how many of them people was touched themselves. Hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'd cut this thing off at the root. And I'd get them all out of here. They wouldn't even have seen the day after this news would have came out. You would have heard about it. They'd have been gone already. Like Faith Evans. I'd have had them out of here. It's crazy. It's crazy. Every time you see something in the news that takes your breath away, is something that comes right behind it that holds your lungs and constricts them where you can't even inhale to recover from the last. Stories upon stories. Shows have been made about this. Chris Hansen, to catch a predator. These motherfuckers be getting caught and looking stupid as hell when you ask them basic adult questions of why they doing something they should not do. That's all I need to see. You be out of here. All of them. We waste taxpayers' money and just a lot of time and energy when that money can be sent to something else like solving mental illness or you understand what I'm saying? Homelessness. We keep doing this shit. They're sitting in jail right now, and whatever jail they're sitting in, every day they're sitting there, that jail gets paid a certain amount of money just holding in there. They might not go to court for the next 2 or 3 years. That's like $150,000 per person that the jail made just housing them there and feeding them less than nothing. And I'm more than sure there's some fucktard parents or people out there supporting them, paying for overpriced commissary and all this other shit, and the money keeps going and going and going under the guise of, oh, we got them apprehended. What they did was sick. We'll take care of them, and they still get to live. They're not put to death after killing and crushing a child from being a child. Children are being killed out here and taken advantage of because they're instinctually children. How bad is that? I remember being a little boy. I loved my parents. You know, they were hard on me and like a lot of other parents was, you know, but no different than any other parent that cared about their child. They kept danger away from us. My parents were people that people knew, okay, don't fuck with him because you'll have to answer to them. They were protective. People knew my grandparents that raised me loved me, and my mother was nothing but down the street. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't exposed to stuff at a young age to make my mind wander and make me think crazy. I could ride my bike up and down the street. without fear of this type of shit. Nowadays, it's like babies are being born right now into a world that don't give a fuck about them and a government that won't back them and do the right thing and hurt people that hurt them. It's crazy out here. That is fucking disgusting. Tying them to poles. Strapping them to beds. Strapping them to chairs. Torturing your own kid for fucking money. $1,000 a night is 7 people there. What was the cut? Huh? For offering up your kids. What was the goddamn cut? I'm trying to make the screen come up because I'm going to show you. I'm going to say something real quick. Look at that place they're in. Look at that place. Look how abandoned and dirty it is. It's a bunker. Like a dungeon. You taking these kids down there dirty and nasty and all this stuff. And these skeevy dudes are coming out there in the middle of the night looking at that place. That look like somewhere you don't want to go in. But these motherfuckers is driven by lust. They'll go right up in there. Right up in there. No questions asked. Anonymous. We don't have to see you. Just go up in there. Pay the money at the door and go up in there. Do what you do. These motherfuckers can have AIDS, all kind of shit. You offering that up to your children. You offering that up to your children that didn't ask to be here. You think about that. They sacrificed their children for a little bit of nothing. $1,000 a night. Time divided by 7. Let's do that real quick. $1,000 a night. Or it says up to. So sometimes they didn't even get $1,000 a night. Say they got $1,000 a night, right? Between 7 people, $1,000 a night is nothing more than 100. Hear me out. 143 $42 and some change. If they were making $1,000 a night and it was split between these 7 people, those that brought their kids and those that hooked it up and brought the strangers out there to do the dirt, they were making $143, $142 each a night for putting your children in imminent danger, both physically and mentally. Had to be nothing but drugs. Then look at the pictures. That tell you all you need to know. I take them all the fuck out of here right now. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. When you have children, you might not know what they're going to turn into, but you have a plan when you get them that goes in stages for their growth and development to be positive, to where they don't have to succumb to things and hardships that you did when you were younger. That's every parent's responsibility, and these motherfuckers didn't do that. They used these children like they were things that they could make money off of for whatever reason, and they did it. We don't need to know why they did it. They did it. For that, they need to go. Death be the penalty. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.